Young guy.
Was it John Paul?
I think that was the name.
Yeah, that's Jackie's son.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's here every now and then. You know, he flies in and flies out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell him he was missed.
He'll be like,
cutie,
really?
isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a cutie.
I can hear him now. He'll be like, what?
Tell me you love me. I need a good laugh. I'm holy water. You need a good bath. Whiskey and perfume. You had a nightcap. Now how about that?
I'm going to have to sing that live.
Oh, gosh.
My feeling would be hurt if I cared what you thought.
What's on About My Own Telegraph? Restaurant. I have a meeting. I didn't realize.
It would be south of 12 Mile, right? No, that's 13. I don't know. At 12. There used to be, it didn't, I may be confusing 13 and 12.
What time is it?
I'm not
it's
sure.
Nooner time. Welcome to the Nooner Show with J-Dubs and Rocky.
Gina and Nora, too.
Yeah.
Broadcasting live
Yeah.
from the Podcast Detroit studios in Rockin', Royal Oak, Michigan.
Rockin'.
Be sure to find us
We got to
at
redo this whole intro.
podcastdetroit.com.
Really?
Yeah.
What time is it? It's Nooner time. Somebody bring me a mirror.
Somebody bring me a beer. Okay.
Wednesday.
And it's hump day.
Happy hump day.
A cold
Wednesday.
one.
Oh, is it November or February?
I know.
No.
December.
Gosh.
My brother's birthday was Veterans Day. And
Oh,
it's usually
happy birthday.
a blizzard on my birthday, so I was laughing. I was like,
you?
yeah.
You're so nice.
Yeah.
Hey, so we have Nora with us.
I'm
back.
here. I'm
Yes,
here.
we
Back.
missed you.
I'm glad to be here.
Okay, well,
We're glad to have you
yeah,
back.
we are
Yeah.
very glad to have you, and we are so sorry about everything
you,
that's
Jackie.
happened.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Nora had a tragedy last weekend in her family.
Yeah.
Cousin had a
My cousin was in a house fire, and he passed away on Saturday.
Yeah.
He was on life support for about 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then he passed on Saturday, and my grandmother passed on Friday.
Jeez,
So, yeah. So I had the double whammy.
yeah.
But, you know, God doesn't give you more than you can handle. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stay strong.
And you
for
know
my
what?
family.
We are, Jackie and I sit here and we are admiring
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
strength
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
your
I'm glad.
tenacity, and
Yeah.
you're here with
But
your
that's
smile.
Nora.
It is.
That's Nora.
I know. But in the face of adversity,
Always.
she's here to.
Yeah.
I got to be strong for my for the cousins that are left, you know, his
Yeah.
brothers and sisters and stuff. So
Yeah.
I got to be strong for them. So I had to pick up my two of my cousins. They live in St. Thomas, where I used to live,
Yeah.
where it was warm.
Don't you wish you were there now?
So look, so when I picked them up, I forgot to bring my cousins are like 6'2", both of them. So I forgot to bring. I had this coat that my sister gave me. It's big on me, you know, and I was gonna bring a coat for her, and I forgot the coat. And it was on the night that it's.
And
you
you're
know.
laughing about
Yeah.
Oh, my
And she was like,
gosh.
I said, just get in the car, it's warm, you know, but yeah.
Oh,
So they didn't get
you
in until like
kidding?
11:25 at night.
in
you
the
know.
storm.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it was still,
gosh.
it had calmed down some, but the streets were still kind of, but I only live like 10 minutes away from the airport. So they flew into Flint, thank God.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
Wow.
bad. Yeah. So
Well,
they made it safe. And then my other cousin is coming in today. Their younger brother, he'll be in today. This
And the
evening.
memorial for your cousin
It's
is
on Friday. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. So I'm here.
All right.
I love you guys.
We love
We
you.
love
Thanks
you
so
too.
much,
We
Gina, for
love you.
filling in for me for the fashion show.
Yeah.
The
I
Alchemy
did.
Fashion Show.
Trial by fire.
You did great.
Oh, wow.
I appreciate it so
did
much because
great.
I didn't want to leave Jackie hanging. I felt bad
yeah.
about that too.
No,
Yeah,
why,
so
come on. You
Oh,
know?
that's okay. You know what? It worked out, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was how it was supposed to be.
Yeah, and the videos you guys sent, they were just hilarious. It made me smile. So I appreciate
well,
it.
We were
that was
thinking
what,
about
yeah,
you.
and that's what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Be a little silly and make you laugh.
Yeah, you did.
And the fashion show, that it was fun. So that's my first event. My
Right.
Yeah, your first big event.
My
Nothing
first-
like throwing you into.
I know. Welcome, new girl.
Here you go, stand in front of 200
Right.
people, and
Right.
You'll be fine, she says.
the show was amazing.
It was
though. I mean, it
incredible.
really.
She always
was
has a good show.
Yeah.
You know, we were there last year before you came
Yeah.
on, Gina, and
Right.
we just but we just broadcast from
Yeah.
there. We didn't.
It was more of
host.
our element last year. We
Right.
got to
Right.
sit and just do
right.
what we
Talk to
do.
people. And,
Right.
Yeah.
This time, standing in front of everybody and
Oh.
making sure that everything flowed because it wasn't our show and we didn't want
Right.
to disappoint Cheryl because we're
Right.
trying to get in the magazine again.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And the B couldn't get the last word. That's right. Couldn't get the last word.
But you know what? It was beautiful. Alchemy.
Oh,
Glitz and glamour
The
and,
whole
and sparkle and
Yeah.
shimmer. It was amazing.
Yeah.
The fashions were incredible.
the fashions and just the how everything was choreographed and
she's
how
a
everything
great
the
flowed.
music.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you notice this? Cheryl was calm the entire
She was.
time.
And she rocked that sparkly sequins dress.
Oh my god! Yeah, but still, like even at the rehearsal,
Yeah, I'd
there
be
were
all
so
over
many
the
people
place.
coming up to
Yeah.
her saying, "Cheryl, Cheryl, that." I mean, we were included. I thought she was going to hit us over the head with that mic.
Well, you.
But yeah, I know me. I was just going to push you in front of me
Yeah,
after I
exactly.
asked the question.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
she just was even keeled the entire
She
time.
always is, though.
I was
That's what
like,
I've noticed about. Even when
how
she
do
was
you
on the
do
show,
that?
you know, you could just kind of
Yeah.
see that she wasn't, flustered too much.
Well,
No.
and then there were, changes that were happening during the show,
I'd be
models that
crazy.
didn't show up. I know, me too.
Wow.
And so
She's
there were
just,
two
like,
jewelry on
smiling
top of
and-
Cheryl's fashions. Fabulous. There were two jewelry designers,
Right.
who had some beautiful
Yes, they
pieces.
did.
Absolutely gorgeous. You know, my birthday's this month. So.
That's nice. Happy
I
birthday.
just want to let you know, in case anybody wanted to buy me anything.
no. Happy birthday. though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
yeah.
Anyway, yes. So
we're missing the rock.
Shout out to Cheryl.
Yeah.
Yes,
great
Cheryl.
show. Rocky is in Nashville. She
Hey,
had
Rock.
to actually leave right after the
Hello,
show.
Rocket. Yeah, she.
Yep, that was not
Oh,
really
I didn't know
scheduled.
she left right after.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
wow.
wasn't scheduled. That the trip was scheduled like pretty quick.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
it wasn't on the plans when she committed to performing at the show. But she performed Center of Gravity, and she's down in Nashville recording. I have no idea what she's recording or what
Oh,
she's
wow.
doing.
Okay.
Hardly even talking to her, so I know they're busy.
So you'll find out all the stuff after.
Yes,
Yeah.
sometimes I do. Sometimes I find out. Sometimes, actually, last night's first time I've seen John Paul in about a month.
Really?
I'm not kidding you.
Wow.
So he got home last night at 10:30, and we stayed up till about 1:30 in the morning getting caught up.
Catching up,
and,
yeah.
and talking.
I just love
Great
him.
things happening for John Paul and
And
Rocky.
Rocky,
And
yeah.
of course, Olivia. Always great
Yes.
things
Yes.
happening for her,
Livia's
too.
hustling.
Liv.
She
Liv
is. Hey,
doing
Liv.
great. Yep.
Your aunties love you also.
Yeah, everybody loves
That's
Liv.
great. Yeah.
Anyway, we have an
Anywho.
exciting, fun show today.
Yes, we do. I'm excited. I
I'm
couldn't miss this
excited.
one.
No,
so
I
had to
know.
come.
I know.
Yeah.
And why? Why?
Because that's our business.
I know.
It's our business, Jackie.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
All right.
All right. I forgot what order we do this in because Rocky's not here. What do we do?
Temptations.
Yeah.
And
all
then
right.
sponsors.
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 Okay. I know.
Rocky's laughing right now.
I know she is.
She's scowling.
My God, they left one day.
So, Laura, you do hear his?
You're listening to The Nooner Show. We appreciate your support and hope you get inspired to take a leap of faith. Don't forget to subscribe to The Nooner wherever you listen to podcasts. Our show today is sponsored by The Parlor in Hadley, Michigan, a music-themed pizzeria where pizza rocks. Also, check out Happy Days Records and More, a new music store/clothing store, and so much more, located at 1801 West Genesee Street in Lapeer. And from the makers of Dope Water, if you can be anything, be dope.
Yay, yay.
Hello? Nora?
Is it my turn?
Yeah. Where's Rocky today?
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, that's right. We
just did that.
We got ready already. Didn't we?
It's the cold weather.
It is. This segment is designed to showcase
All the brain freeze.
the stories of talented individuals who had a wish and found a way to make it happen. They set goals, overcame obstacles, and turned setbacks into comebacks. Their stories are unique, interesting, and most of all, inspiring.
Well done, Nora.
Thank you.
Life can throw you many curveballs that can deter you from achieving your dreams and goals. Sometimes it takes longer, making it challenging to stay on track. For Dawn Sanford, a Detroit barber, the dream never went away. Although there were times when the flame was dimmed, she continued to work towards the goal of owning her own barbershop by becoming the best in the business. Over the years, she built a network of friends who are also elite barbers and stylists. After 32 years of working for someone else, opportunity knocked and Dawn was ready. Earlier this year, Dawn celebrated the grand opening of Shears and Shaves Barber and Spa in Detroit, Michigan. Over 100 people of her closest friends and family turned out for this grand opening event, including the mayor of Detroit. Dawn never gave up on her heart's desires and is living proof that if you want it bad enough, you can make it happen. And she's here today. Welcome to the Nooner Show,
Welcome,
Dawn
Dawn.
Sanford.
Oh, thank you for having me.
We're so glad.
Awesome.
You
So,
braved the elements.
I know.
Right.
How do you get the mayor of Detroit to show up to your grand opening? That's what I want to know.
I was going to say, it's like, is he in the family? What's going on with that?
Well, we went through Motor City Match, and he came to the grand, one of the rounds that I won, which was a cash round, and the opportunity presented itself. So I just said, Mayor, can you come to our grand opening when we have them?
That's great, you did.
So, yes.
Good
and
for
He's a
you.
man of his word. He honored his
timing
word.
was
Oh,
perfect.
nice.
Yes,
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, but good. How many people would actually go up to the
I
mayor
know.
and ask them
Do
to
that.
come to the
Yeah.
grand opening? Good for
Yeah.
you.
You got to strike when you can.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's true.
Yes, I'm learning that.
All right,
That
so
was my first strike.
yeah, good for you.
Sounds like your first home run.
Yeah, that's what I
I
would call
shouldn't say
it.
well
That's
done.
what I would call
well
it. Yeah.
done.
Yes.
Tell us about your new venture, your new business. It's a spa, a salon, a barbershop. What exactly is it?
It's a barber shop and spa in the community.
In the community.
In the
Yes,
community.
and I have been on Livernois Avenue of Fashion for 32 years.
Wow.
So I
Oh.
actually moved 1.5 miles north of where I originally
were.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're not far.
Not far. Clients doesn't have far to go, and it's in the community, and just bringing the suburbs to the community. Yeah, walking distance, and everything under one roof.
You
And-
know that I'm sorry.
ahead.
I was
No,
going to
no,
say
go
that's the only thing that sometimes I have a problem with in Detroit because I used to manage a salon at Fairlane, and I lived here for a couple of years, and it's like it's so freaking big. Stuff is over here that you never know about, and it's like I never knew of you, and I really hate that because I would have popped in and be like, "Hey, I'm Nora,"
Yes. With a new location, now that you know, you can come by and
I
see
will.
us.
Yeah, I will.
Yes, yes.
So it's a spa and a barbershop,
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
which is not something you typically see together.
Right.
Not
Right.
that I know of. I'm pretty much one of the first kind.
Groundbreaking.
Yes, in the city I know. So it's everything under one roof, from shoe shines to therapeutic body massage.
Ooh.
Yes, hot wax and hairstyles, mani-pedi, barbering, just everything under one roof.
Now, how big? How big is the? How many
It's-
square feet?
2,600 square feet.
Wow.
Good size.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good
Yes,
size.
Good
it
size.
is. Yes.
No, playing around here with anything small. You dove in.
If you're
Just
gonna
do
go,
it all.
go big.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the decision. When you got into it, you said you've been doing it for 32 years.
Yes.
Was that always your goal to own your own business, or kind
Yes, it
of
was. Yes,
take
it
us
was.
back to, when you first got into it?
Well, when I first got the vision for it,
Yeah.
it was in, I want to say 94, 95, 96. I just set out to just see what was out there and what I could do. But it was as big as it is now. That's how big it was then. And I told my clients when I first started cutting hair that we would move one time, and that would be to our own.
Really?
Now,
You said that way back then?
Way back then. And the beautiful thing about that is the clients are reminding me of that.
Really?
Like, you were still with me. You were with me then. So it's
So you have a large base that has been with you.
Yes, I have loyal base. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing.
Did you ever give up on the idea of
Not
having,
once.
Not once?
Never.
How did you stay motivated to
and
do
excited
it?
about
Yeah.
I stayed motivated and excited. You know, sometimes you have to encourage yourself and motivate yourself.
Yes, you do.
So I would go. I set out 3 different times to do this in 3, different.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Give us
yes.
an example.
Okay. The first time I went out was in '96. Had no clue of what it was, what all it entailed. So here I am. Did you need a business plan? So I said, okay, let's get a business plan. So found a customer. I knew a customer that I could get a business plan. So I get the business plan, and I go in the bank, and I sit down, and the young lady was so pleasant. She's just like, okay, so do you have collateral? I was like, yes. I said, yes, it's the building that I'm going to be leasing.
That's a great story.
That's how much I knew. So
Question asked, question answered.
yeah, right. I didn't leave her without an answer.
That's right. Well done.
So she told me, what I needed to do and how much I needed to have down. And so I said, okay, maybe I'm not quite ready. So I went back. And after that, I sought out again with some guys customers we want to invest, we want to be business partners.
So now, how long between that time, the first time, to the second time?
I would say the second time, that was '96. So the second time may have been 2003.
Okay.
2003.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
So yeah.
So not a long time away, though. You really were staying on track.
Just,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
But in between all of that, I always went and purchased something. I didn't care how small, so I had a lot of things that I was
You
like,
did?
okay, I can't use that, so I can't use this. And so I would purchase something at least once a month for the business.
Okay.
No matter where I was going to purchase something.
Really?
For the business. In fact, I went back to school so I could get some understanding. I took some business classes at OCC, and right after graduation, I did a road trip to California. So Route 66, I even stopped and picked up the Route 66 sign. So just something along the way to keep the vision in front of me and keep the dream alive.
So why California?
Well, I went with a friend to see about her father. So I told her, she says, would you ride with me? Absolutely. So we did that road trip, and it was and I had my last 2 classes, girls, was geology and biology. Oh. So I'm looking at, okay, I know what an igneous rock is, sedimentary rock. And, okay, I can appreciate what I'm seeing.
She was using her knowledge.
I was using my knowledge.
Wow.
Yes.
So the second time you had investors,
Yeah,
for
investors,
people that were
yes,
interested in investing.
Yes,
Okay.
and couldn't find the right place, and back and forth, in and out. And the 2 guys decided they ended up going different ways, doing different things. So,
Okay.
I just took that as, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Not your time yet.
Not
wasn't
yet.
time.
Yeah,
Well,
yes,
let me ask you something about that, because it's, when people go through that type of thing, where especially there's a couple of, it looks like it's going to happen and then it doesn't happen. And especially when that happens twice, some people give up on their idea and they say,
They do.
maybe this is a sign that I'm not supposed to be doing this. How did you not give up on it?
I would say that for me,
Yeah.
I was passion driven. So you have to have a passion for it. You have to have the faith for it, and you have to have thick skin. And no
That's
is not
true.
an answer. That
You
means
don't
that's
take
not the
it.
door
Yeah.
that I'm going through. There's another door.
Wow.
So you ask, for me, faith-based, Lord, show me my open door. Because if these are not it, that's good. That means this is not the one you sending.
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah,
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
So how long in between the second time to the
Well, that was 2003. So then I think I just started cutting hair, and I believe it was 2000. I was cutting hair, and one of the clients was saying, you need to talk to this young lady. Do you still have that vision that you had? Absolutely.
See, I love that you put it out into the universe.
Yeah.
And now you have all these people coming
Looking
back
out
all the
for
time.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, and so he sent me to a young lady that he knew that did business plans, and I was like, "Well, I have a business plan." He says, "Well, you might want to talk to her."
Wow.
And if I may say, her name is Tina Williams at QT Business Solution. She
Hey,
really
shout out to Tina.
love you, girl, man, love for you.
Wow.
So she really, really, really helped me to get through and drive through, and just knew, just that that push that you need to just, I know I can do this now. And Motor City Match had came up with the program all at the same time. It seemed as though it was all coming together.
Everything happens for a
Everything
reason.
happens
That's
for
right.
a reason. And there were times when I would get the question, and first time I heard it, I was like, what a ridiculous question. And the question was, aren't you afraid?
Yeah.
And I said, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, why would that question come up? And I said, afraid of me succeeding?
Right.
Absolutely not. I believe in me if nobody else.
Wow.
I believe in me outside of believing in that God can do this through me. I can do this.
Right.
So, and
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's
And then when I was
wonderful.
asked again, I said, afraid of me? Really? Are you serious? I said, I am so, and even in it now, and the different challenges and things that you go as a business owner.
Right.
Oh my goodness, I'm still driven. Every challenge is a challenge that I challenge.
Wow.
So, yes,
I
yes.
like
And
that.
me too. We
Every
use that.
challenge is a
The
challenge that I challenge.
I like it too.
Yeah.
We,
gonna have
that's
to-
a good one.
That is a good one.
That's
That's
a real
a
good
t-shirt.
one.
We need to write that. I was going to say, we need to write that down and put it on
That's a
something.
good one.
That
Put
is
that
a
on
Oh, we got it
something.
on the recording.
Yeah, you'll remember.
That,
Wow, I like
you
that.
need to get
Yes.
shirts like that.
Yeah.
Or
And
write a
then
book with that title.
And I'm sure
thank you.
your
It's like-
clients too, because after you're doing them for a long period of time, they become friends. So
Right.
their motivation for you is really good too, because
Yeah.
they push you and they're
Absolutely.
like, yep.
They're constantly asking.
Yeah.
So, and some customers move away with businesses.
Yes.
Business deals take them out of town and they come back. So they always come back and get their hair cut.
Okay.
So, and when they come back, so Dawn, are you still thinking about getting your? Absolutely. Same
Wow.
answer. Absolutely.
So you said that for 32 years.
That's-
Absolutely.
Yes, I did.
And you
32.
never said to yourself, okay, if it doesn't happen by year or whatever, I'm going to forget about it.
I truly believe your words frame your world. So you have to, no matter what it looks like, no matter how far down the road, for me, it was just like right here always.
Really?
But,
Okay.
and the step that I take, it kept it right here, because each step I'm taking, I'm moving with it. So just knowing that it has to happen. It has to happen.
I was so excited about this interview today because of that. Just the idea that, I don't know that many people that, I know a lot of musicians actually and artists that stay on a path, even if it takes forever, but not actual entrepreneurs that open up a brick and
Right,
mortar
me
place.
either, yeah.
Usually, a couple setbacks
And
they're
they're like,
done.
I'm done. I'm over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was so intrigued by the fact that you stuck with that vision for 32 years and you made
Yeah.
it happen. I mean, that
Yes.
is just such a great
Well,
story.
I'm going to go back a little bit from where you get this, how strong you are, and where did you get? Did it come from your mom? Was it somebody in your life that changed everything, or were you always this way?
Well, I came from a family of, let me say an era of it takes a village, from neighbors to family to, one neighbor, Mr. Falls would always say, don't take no wooden nickels. And, there's those wisdoms, those little nuggets of
Yeah.
wisdom. My grandmother, she owned a restaurant. My mom and dad ended up owning a restaurant and a salon in Saginaw and just different things. And
wow.
so, and grandmother that faith-based and, just stayed on you about different things. So all of that, culminated into who I am, listening to words of wisdom and watching and seeing and learning. Worked in my parents' restaurant. I did the fried pies. That was my assignment. So, things like that. So it was before me. And just watching that, knowing that, not realizing that seed was in there growing,
Yeah.
Until I went to school and Barber College. And, you go into Barber College where we were taught, you look at the highest level you can go in whatever you do, okay? And that was my motivating factor.
So what made you choose barbering? What made you choose that?
Well, I was in college. I was, I went to college, Delta College, to be an LPN. So the last radio show, they had RN, but it was an LPN back then.
Okay.
And a candy striper in school, doing the vocational schools and candy stripers at the hospitals. And so got in a situation, got pregnant, just put it out there, pregnant and terrified, couldn't tell my parents. And when I did tell my mom, she was like, I was wondering when you were going to tell me.
I was just going to say that because they always know.
Yeah.
They always know.
And she said two things that stuck with me the most. She said, I want my grandbaby. And how are you going to take care of him? Because a man can walk away, but you can't.
Wow.
So it was like the weight of the world was on my shoulders.
Yeah.
So I had to, thinking about, and in between, I took jobs, side jobs, barmaid, working for Cunningham drugstores, little things that I could do in and out of my parents' restaurant. So I was like, I need a career. I need something that I don't have time for 4 years college. Because back then, the colleges didn't all,
No, they didn't.
they didn't have the daycare for your children.
Right.
All of
So it's like, okay, how am I going to do this? So Barber College came up, it was like cosmetology or barbering, and I just, okay. I'm a woman. Do I want to do women hair all day, or do I want to do men's hair? What is faster? What is better? What is so? I had 2 sons. Now I ended 2 sons. I said I got to go to school.
Okay.
So Barber College was
what you picked.
Yes,
It's so funny because I remember being in the same situation too, and I was like, okay, which one do I pick? And I have an uncle that has a barber shop,
Right.
and I was like, I went to him and I said, what do you think? And we kind of hashed it out back and forth. And I went to the cosmetology part. But I kind of, when I look at it now, it's like, man, I wish I would have went to the barber part. And I'm sure there's cosmetologists that say the same thing.
Yeah, they come in and want to know how to do the barbering side.
Yeah.
And so that was one of my motivating factors, having 2 sons. And then as a teenager, I can remember an African-American woman in Saginaw that I was wearing an afro then. And she was cutting hair, and I was like, "Wow, lady cutting hair," So that that never
and it's
left
still
my
rare.
mind.
It's still rare.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It is.
Yeah.
So, what was different the second time you did the business plan compared to the first time? Because you said when you went and you worked with, is it Tina? Did you say?
I think
Tina
Tina was
Williams.
different, right?
Yeah, you said it was like
Tina. Yes.
she really helped you.
Very creative. She pulled everything that was in me out of me. She did.
What was in you that you didn't expect?
Well, one of the things that I didn't expect, just the level of, the level that I had in mind was just as big. I'm looking at the outside. In fact, I took a picture out of a magazine. It's just those type of motivating things that was along the way. I think at the time his name was P. Diddy. He had a restaurant that opened up in Atlanta. So I'm thumbing through this magazine, and I was like, oh my God, this is the outside of my business. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like.
Wow.
It was the lights. It was the lights that he had that really, really struck me. So I said, oh my God, this is what. So I still have that picture. And, it was those type of things, that she pulled and put together and
Did
helped
you
me
do
to
a
develop.
vision board?
Never did a vision board. In here I did.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it was a job. It was a job for her to get it out of my head.
When did you start working with Tina?
Tina, I believe I started working with her, I want to say 2013 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
So you had
yeah.
some work to do.
So I had some work to do, going to school and taking part-time at OCC. So finally, 2017, everything just started coming together.
Just clicked.
Finished school, Motor City Match programs. I'm winning the rounds. Miss Tina did all the paperwork, helped me get through that, navigate through that paperwork.
Wow.
Because I had no clue of the applications and,
and that's
stacks
one of the reasons why a lot of people don't even step out to do it, because it's like they just want it to happen. I don't want to have to do nothing.
Yes.
But I just want it to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I was
Yeah.
going to say. What's so
Yeah.
interesting about your story is that you are so honest and so authentic on that. It took a long time.
Yeah.
That you
Doesn't
started
happen
off
overnight.
thinking it was going to happen overnight.
Right.
Yeah.
And it didn't, but it
Yeah.
didn't stop you. It didn't
Right.
change your dream. You didn't defeat you. You went,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'll be back next year.
Wait a minute.
Let me go get that collateral.
Go get that collateral.
Yes.
But seriously, I think for
Right.
all of us, for our listeners, for our
Yeah.
viewers today on Facebook Live,
Right.
we have a dream, we have a vision, and we're like, oh, I'm going to go make it happen
Yeah.
overnight. And I think in today's society, we
Yeah.
expect it to
Right.
happen.
Yeah,
Right.
because there's so
Overnight.
many more resources, but you still have to put the work in, though.
You
That's,
do.
You have
do
to
that.
put your own skin in your game.
Yeah,
Right.
If
Like
you
that too.
want it to happen, you have to put your skin in the game. Yeah.
Right.
And some of them sleepless nights, and you're up, like especially with school. It was 24 hours of school and full-time work,
And
trying
some
to get the
babies.
business plan, and grandbabies and babies. Yes.
Now,
So
okay.
getting the guys through school, and it was one point that we were all in school together.
Oh, wow.
It's
Yeah.
like
That sounds like a fun household.
yes, yes.
What homework do you have tonight? On a
No,
Friday night?
everybody's like, shh, I'm studying.
right, yes,
Exactly.
yes.
So I want to know, because I struggle with this, and because I've been doing hair a long time too. But it's like, do you see yourself at all coming from behind the chair at all? Could you see that in your future?
Absolutely.
And see, I say that to myself,
good.
but then it's like
Good question.
I find myself getting pulled back in a lot. Yeah, it's like a.
But how
struggle.
are you owner and operator
Yeah.
together? Because
Yeah.
that's hard.
It's hard.
I just asking the Lord give me wisdom on how to do this, because you're in it now,
Yeah.
and just about right shy of 3 months in it. Say okay. So Tuesdays was always my off day, so I had to turn Tuesday into administrative day, where that's all I do. Even though I'm there,
Yeah.
I'm not there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the administrative day. So just a little training, so when that day comes,
Yeah.
and I can just make that shift.
Uh-huh.
So this whole thing is the purpose to make that shift eventually.
Got you.
Yeah, but
I
I
think,
still,
like you
because
said,
of the
you have
passion
to
for what
focus
you
on
do.
it. Yeah.
Because you're gonna hold on to those ones that's been there. That's
Yeah,
core.
it's hard.
Yeah, because of the passion of what you do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. I was always interested in like really successful barber, stylist, whatever that profession is. Getting from behind the chair, that was always a struggle. I just remember going to like hair shows, and they would have a class on that just to teach you how to do that if that's something that you wanted to do. And I remember saying, oh, I'm going to go to that class, but I never made it to that class.
So maybe when you get to the class, we'll be in there together. Like, oh yes, there you are.
Well, think about it. I mean, standing behind the chair there's a lot of security.
Exactly,
and comfort there. I mean,
exactly.
Comfort zone.
that's
Exactly.
bread
That's
and butter
true.
right
That's
there.
true.
When you get
Yeah.
on the other side of that, it's not as secure. It's not
Right.
as comfortable. Now
Right.
you're dependent on everybody
Right,
else.
and that's the scary part.
So if
Yeah.
it's not
like-
it's not set up right or done right, that will be a challenge. So
Right.
that's a challenge that I'm willing to challenge and ready to challenge,
I
because
like that.
how do
Me
we
too.
shift that to make that look like it needs to look, to make
Right.
it clean. When
Right.
you do
See,
that,
she making me
know.
feel like I can do it.
You can do it.
I
You
can
can
do
do
it.
that.
Okay.
Moving forward now, you've been in it, you said about 3 months.
Yes.
What do you see as you move forward? You still have that vision, that plan, and that dream.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
So where are you headed?
Well, 3 months in, I'm headed to my office just to relax. No.
That's a good one.
Good night.
yes.
She'd like to sleep.
Yes, every chance I get, I'm just visualizing where's that sofa going to be at in
Right,
here.
right.
Yes,
That's so
but
funny.
vision right now is where we are, just filling up all the seats, all the chairs, making sure everything is flowing. We at capacity, at maximum. Then I'll look into shifting a little bit, slightly, because I have so many I can give customers away. So I want to be able to do that smoothly if I needed to.
Help build
but
some
I love,
businesses.
yes. And then and just grow the business to another level because we're set up for franchising.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, we're working
Really?
on
Wow,
franchising.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, so
Oh.
so I want to get that going, and
Wow.
yes,
Good
so
for you.
That's next step. Yeah.
How many? Well, I guess they're not stylists because it's some
You have
stylists, some
stylists
barbers,
on the
right?
spa side,
So
you
how
have
many
stylists.
team members? I guess total is
Yeah.
what I'm.
Team members right now, I have probably 15.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Yes,
And are you
it's
open
two
for-
sides?
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Mhm.
And you have two. Do you have two reception
I have two
areas?
receptions.
Is that how it
Yes.
works? Because I noticed
Yes.
if you're if you want to go to the salon, you call one number. If you want to go to the
Oh,
barber shop, you
I
call a
like that.
different number. So
Yes.
it's
That's
you have that separated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, do you have like lead people that work in both of those areas? Or?
Yes, I do. And we have manicure station, so I have a lead for that.
Oh wow!
Massage therapy, so I have a lead for that. Hairstylist, so I have a lead for that.
Oh wow!
Barbershop,
That's great.
barbers, so I have a lead for that. My receptionist, because I have 3,
Oh,
I have 1 full-time and 2 part-time, so I have a lead for that.
Oh wow!
Oh,
So,
wow.
Okay.
yes,
I
yes,
like
I'm-
that.
How do
I'm
you
grateful.
how do you get everybody to understand your visions? Because now you're not just dependent on your clientele anymore. Now you're dependent on their
Theirs.
success
Yeah.
too. So how do you get them to embrace your vision?
Well, it's not as easy as it seems, but
Yeah.
it's doable. And once they understand and understood that there is a system in place, it's a system. And in order for the system to work, we all have to do our part in the system. So I do call them team members. You know, and somebody comes new on, welcome to the team. And here's
Yeah.
your team member. So one thing I did, I set up in the common area, which is a break room. I just set it up where whatever is in there belongs to everybody. So we do have, Sam's Club's making out good.
Sure.
Because from soup to tea,
Wow.
cereal, whatever they eat is
Yeah.
there. Common fruit, vegetables, whatever they need, it's right there. And the camaraderie, I am big on camaraderie. Talk, hug, concerned. Are you okay? You need this? Is everything all right? Knowing about the family. How's your family? Things like that. You have to embrace. And, some come from different places. So, just acclimating to the system and where you are. So we're building that now. So, yeah.
Oh,
That's a
that
unique.
sounds
I'm not in the
great.
business. I'm not. But so you girls would
Yeah,
speak to that.
it's-
But
yeah.
I would think that
It can
that just
be
is a
challenging.
unique.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, a unique
because like you
vision.
said, like Jackie was saying too, they have to see your vision too. And it's like, when you come onto the team, do you want to learn? Because most of the time I was getting, people fresh out of school, and you would get people that, they don't see your vision and they don't want to learn. But a lot of times they're there and they don't find out. You don't find that out for a minute.
Yeah.
But, you can't give up on that. So I wanted to know how many people, did you have people that were already with you that you brought on, or?
How did you hire
Yeah,
so many
how did you
people
get the
so
people
quick?
in there?
Because it's
Yeah.
hard to hire
and that's a lot of
in any
people.
industry today.
That's a lot of people.
Well, the wonderful thing about it through Motor City Match, they and Tech Town, I'm a member of Tech Town, so they provided so many hours of HR.
Oh,
So went
Wow.
through HR
Yeah.
company, and let them do the most. Because I was like, at first I did on my own. Okay, I'm meeting at the coffee shop and Googling what questions do I need to ask. You're a business owner.
I love it. I love it.
And then I said, well, you know what? And I don't think I want to do this. So got with the Tech Town people that was assisting me, because they give you so many hours of Tech Town and different things. And so utilized everything that I had that Motor City Match offered. So gave me 500 hours of HR.
Wow.
And they did.
That's
So now, do they
yes.
offer that like on a yearly basis, or was it just for you to start up and then
Just for me to start up, and
Okay.
after I finished, it was up to me to keep
Oh, okay.
them on board. Yeah, so
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty good.
I
it was
like
a
how
great
you
boost.
used your resources,
Right.
And you acknowledged what you were good at,
And what she was,
and what you
what she
not
needed.
that you weren't, but where you needed some assistance.
Right.
But you just weren't as ready to handle that just yet, and you embraced that, acknowledged it, and because you were so open, I think it came to you.
Being true to yourself. The Bible say be true to thy own self. But no, being true to yourself, you know, it tells you, you know your strengths and you know your weakness.
Right.
You know where you're short at, your
Right.
shortcomings. So doing in that process, I was, okay, I need you to step in and take care of
Right.
this. I
Right.
need you to handle
Yeah.
this.
That's so
But
smart.
but
Yeah.
see, you
It is.
admitted it though,
So
because you have
smart.
so many people. I can do it all. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
you
And
admitted it.
I think when you talk to people who are in business, they say, "Oh, I do everything."
Yeah, I do it all.
You
You
can't.
don't often see
You
your
can't do it.
perspective.
Shredded wheat.
No.
Right. I like that. Ready week. Yeah.
So describe the salon, barbershop. Describe it. Like, what do people get
spa.
when they come in?
When you come in on both sides, you'll be greeted with a warm receptionist that offers you water, hang up your coat, water, tea, or coffee, hang up your coat, put you in the system, get your information, see who you're there to see, offer you a seat and they'll let them know that your operator is ready, and you go back and you have the experience. We have aromatherapy that's next to none. It took me a month just to find the aroma, my signature aroma that I liked.
Ooh.
So, so when you come in, there's a little system that, and most customers say, "What is that smell? Beautiful!" And just doing the research on that alone, knowing that most customers that come back, they'll remember the smell before
Yeah.
they talk about the service.
True.
Right.
They'll talk about the
That's so
scent.
true.
Right.
And it open them up the dopamines and things. So
Yeah.
just having that, and it's just amazing. And when they
Right.
come in, they get greeted with the operator. It's an experience. And the same on the spa side. It is a true experience.
So no one is just walking in
Right.
and going to
No,
rush
it's
in
just-
and rush out.
No, you get to
Yeah.
sit down and read the
And
newspaper.
relax.
You get to read a physical newspaper. You know, I try to make sure they have the newspaper, chess
Oh,
game,
wow.
chessboard, or some type of mind game sitting there. And
Really?
yeah. The guys challenge themselves with the mind. And one of my receptionists, she said, "Oh my God, I don't know what made me take this loose, but I can't." So she was sitting there. I was like, at her desk, trying to figure out a little puzzle. And I was like, "You might want to put that back over there."
Or you're going to have to clock out.
Yeah, she caught herself.
That's funny.
Now, what are your days and your hours that you're open?
We're open 6 days a week. We're a 6-day operation,
Okay.
Monday through Friday. So Monday through Thursday, we're 8 to 7. Friday is our late night from 8 to 8.
Wow.
And Saturday is 9 to 6.
Good hours.
Okay,
Hours.
yeah, those are good hours.
Yeah.
And what about the holidays? This is going to be your first holiday
Yes,
season.
yes. So, yeah, getting
You're
the-
ready for that?
Right.
You're going to
yes,
need some
yes.
aromatherapy.
Yes. Get on one of the massage
Yes, you
tables back
are.
there.
Yep.
yes,
you are. Yeah.
So excited, looking forward to the holidays.
Yeah.
We have a meeting coming up so we can discuss the holidays. So figure out, because myself, I work, my vacation time comes at the beginning of the year. So just getting the senses on, how to give them that time with their families.
Right.
Yeah.
Because so working that out now. But
Any
yeah.
specials or promotions or anything you guys do for new clients? Or
New clients, if they go on our website and register, they get a 5-minute body massage.
And your website is?
Our website is shearsandShaves.com.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
And you also offer online booking, I think. I read.
Online booking, yes.
That's
yes,
great.
Yes. And the first time online booking, the same thing.
Great.
5-minute massage.
Gift
now-
certificates available for the holiday.
Gift certificates are available for the holidays.
Well,
Thanks.
that's good.
Online.
Yes,
I was
yes,
just going to say.
online.
Yeah.
Gotta be
Yes,
first.
yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think I read. Did you restore the styling chairs?
I did. My styling chairs came out of New York. You're great.
They
They came
come
out of New York. Yeah, antique chairs out of New York.
So
And
how
We
did
gotta
you
just see
find those?
that.
Like, were you looking for a certain?
I was looking local first
Okay.
and the amount that I needed, which was 7.
What were you looking for though?
I was looking for, as far as the name brand? Or
No,
Or
just
just
like
the
the style.
Yeah.
Well, just something antique from the, anywhere from 1800s up to
Wow.
19. Yes, yes.
Wow,
So
really?
I found some beautiful porcelain. They're beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you
the-
found them in New York?
Found them in New York. And the gentleman did them so well. He said, "Can I throw something in for you?" And he put our logo on the back of the chair.
Are you
I was like,
serious?
"God, you really do love me." Yeah. So,
Wow.
yes. So
That's
I'll
so
have to
nice.
show you all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Beautiful.
Are
we
those
definitely have-
pictures on the website? If
They should
we go
be.
on the
Yes,
website, we
yes,
can
you
look
should-
that up.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially ribbon cutting ceremony day. If you go with the mayor, you'll see all of that. Yes.
Okay.
Now, has he been in? He doesn't have that much hair, does he?
No, but
I mean, right?
but he did
he doesn't.
say, and Mayor, if you ever watch this podcast, or if you're listening,
Right.
We'll make
just
sure
know,
he
Mayor
sees it.
Duggan, you said when you move into the community that Shears and Shays would be your barbershop.
There you
Okay.
go.
Just a reminder.
Yeah, just a friendly
Yeah.
reminder.
Yes,
Well,
a
don't forget.
friendly
We'll try
reminder.
and send his office this link.
Yeah, tag him in it.
Yes.
We'll tag him.
Yes.
So, how many more team members are you looking to add?
Yeah.
I'm looking to add 4 more.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes, 4
Wow.
more.
And how do you go about recruiting?
Well, basically now at this level, word of mouth and Zipline Recruiter is still available.
Oh,
Zip
okay.
Recruiter.
Zip
yeah,
Recruiter.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Zip
Okay.
Recruiter. I keep saying Zipline.
Okay.
That's the
Right.
Come with me. You'll be on a
yeah,
ride.
that's the one that I'm waiting to get.
And when you have your team meetings, is it both divisions together?
Yes,
both-
yes. And I have had individuals come in, just seeing just more, mile markers, so how you doing, just personal, just letting them
Yeah.
know that we really do care. And, if they have any concerns, in between the meetings that we have. So, yes.
Okay.
Has it been a difficult adjustment going from operator to owner and dealing with, people that were your peers at one point?
Yeah, it's been interesting, yes, to say the least. Yes, because you just wake up and like, wow, this is you.
Yeah.
You're 911.
Yeah. Right.
You are 911.
Right.
Okay, they're calling you.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, just going. And the team that I have, they were so, I guess they're so observant and watching. They said, "Miss Dawn, we just need you to have a seat and we're going to take care of you."
And see, that's a good team.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I remember going from corporate to owning my own business, and when I had like customers or employees ask, I remember saying, "I'll have to check with corporate," and thinking to myself, "Wait a minute, hold on, let me turn around. I am corporate."
Look, hold the mirror up. Corporate.
Yeah, what do you want? How do we handle
FaceTime.
this?
Yeah, because you used to say that to me all the time.
Yeah, let me check with
me
corporate.
check
that was my way out.
Right.
There's no more. There's
it
no
worked.
way out.
Use
Good luck.
Nora, she just didn't want to answer your question.
That's what it was. Let me check with corporate. It's like, okay, Jackie.
Check with corporate.
I like that.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah, it doesn't work when you own your own.
No.
It's just, you're
So
out there.
franchising is like the long term.
Yes,
Vision.
Okay.
that is.
How many locations would you love to have?
My goodness, just to start out, and in different states, I'm looking at also.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had someone mention that they wanted to open up one in Carolina.
Oh
North
wow!
Carolina. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
It's warm.
okay.
It's warm
is,
there.
Yeah.
this is real. This can really go. So yeah, just
Wow.
yeah. So I'm excited about that, but I'm just going to try to stay in the moment and live in the moment that I'm in right now. But knowing that this is on the horizon, it gives me something to keep going forward, shooting.
So the vision never stops.
It never stops,
You just kick it up another
Yeah, I
notch.
just want my grandsons to know that you can do anything.
That's great.
Well, you
put your
have
mind
created a
to.
legacy right here. I think
Right.
your grandparents and then your mom and dad.
Yeah.
Everybody started off, and
Yeah.
you're just continuing.
Continuing the
Yeah.
legacy, yes.
That's
did,
great.
Did anybody in your circle, like friends or family, try and talk you out of it just out of fear, out of their own fear?
For you, yeah.
Funny you ask. It was one family member that asked me, was I afraid? And but no, they know me. That pretty much once I, that tenacity. Once I get a hold to it, I'm gonna see it through no matter what.
Yeah.
So.
Will you ever retire?
Probably not.
No.
No. I'll go on an island and recharge or
And
something
come
like
back,
that, and come
yeah.
back and say, hey,
Or open
how
one
you guys doing?
open one up on an island somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes,
Just
yes.
shift it a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah,
She
so-
could open one in St. Thomas.
yes.
I go
You're
there.
not going.
So listen,
I got you back.
I already have a
Going.
vision of massage
Gosh.
therapist area. It's just an open area on the water. You just
Wow.
outside getting your massage.
Yeah.
So,
I like
by
the idea of the
Me too.
massage. I think we should go.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
yes, absolutely.
I think so.
Yes,
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah.
Yes, come and see.
That's
Oh
Yes,
man.
yes.
What is there anything else you want our listeners to know
Yes.
about your business? About what they can experience?
Pretty much, I think you can experience. It's definitely an experience. Warmth. You can experience no shock TV, no shock music.
That's
You know,
great.
That's
It's
nice.
yes. You have sports. The guys or jazz, smooth jazz that they listen to, or some type of music, especially in the spa area. And we have our own color line. We had a gentleman come out of Beverly Hills, California, Max Eli, and taught my operators, so they're colorists, special colorists. So they taught them how to do his color. He sat on the board with L'Oreal and different companies
Oh, wow.
and decided to do his own
His
line.
own. Oh.
And his line was so impressive to me because you could even shampoo it without putting a neutralizing shampoo in it. And it was so beautiful and silky and shiny. So I said,
wow.
okay. So we're exclusive, the only salon spa in the city that carries his line.
Wow, really?
Yes.
That was a
Thanks,
good
Max
thing to do.
Eli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Speaking of that, did you guys anybody watch The List yesterday?
Did not.
No.
Okay, they were talking about how to prevent gray hair, and it was certain foods. I know.
Yeah.
It was you had certain foods you eat, and I
They're
mean,
supposed to attribute
it's
to-
supposed to,
yeah.
slow
Oh.
down. I'm thinking it's too late for me. I'll just keep
Yeah,
coloring. I
yeah.
missed that. I didn't know if you heard anything about that.
I don't
have
have
not.
gray hair,
No.
so yeah.
So that certainly has to be for those that don't have children.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right,
that must
right,
be it.
right.
Because
Yeah.
if you look close enough, you see some names on those gray hairs.
Everyone has a name.
yes.
John Paul, Rocky.
Yeah,
Olivia.
yes. This is yours.
Oh, shoot. We're almost out of time.
Yeah, we are almost
Yeah.
out of time. So I have a final question. I don't know if anybody else does, but
we know you got a final
what
question.
I'll have a few of them.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to people that maybe are, let's say, in their mid 50s and are, finding themselves bored or stuck or still have that dream inside them, but didn't have the guts to pursue it? What would you tell them?
Wake up. Go after your dream. Wake up and live in your dream, because I'm living in my dream right now. So whatever vision or passion that you had, it is not dead. It's not gone. It's you that has to get up and just find the resources, or for me, praying and ask God to show me my open doors, and it kind of comes to you. But do not let anyone come in your circle and tell you you can't do it. No is not an answer. It's not acceptable. When you know in you what you have that thrust, that thrive, that drive, that passion. Don't let anybody try to douse it for you. Just pursue. At all costs, pursue.
Wow.
Keep
Yeah.
laser focus.
Laser
Laser
Man,
focus
I
on what it
like
is you want to
that.
do.
Thank you, Dawn.
And come out and meet my wonderful staff, you
Oh,
all.
yeah.
Remind us of your
Yeah.
website again.
Yes, our website is Shears and Shaves. You can go on our Instagram page. You can see us on Facebook, Shears and Shaves. So
And the address of your location.
the address of the locations, yes, that's very, very important. 20202 Livernois Avenue, right on the Avenue of Fashion.
Yeah.
Phone number is area code 313-397-2425. That is the barbershop side. And the spa side is 313-397-2425. 888-888-2233. Please come out and meet our staff.
And we can
We
schedule
love you and
on-
have an experience.
Schedule online
You can
As
schedule
well.
online. If you-
as well.
If you schedule online, the first time you schedule online, you get a free 5-minute body massage.
There you go.
All right.
Dawn, this was a pleasure.
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
thank
you
you.
girls
I mean,
are
this
amazing.
you're amazing. I think you need to include in your journey some public speaking. and
I agree.
motivational
I
seminars.
agree.
Oh my.
Yes.
Really.
Will
You
you
should.
come
Great
back?
idea.
Will you
Yeah.
come back?
Absolutely.
Yay.
Anytime you girls have me,
Oh,
I
all right.
would love to
We'd love
come
to have
back.
you. We want to
Yes.
hear as you continue
Yes,
on the great
the
things that
journey.
are happening
Yes,
to you.
yes,
Your journey
yes.
update.
Yeah.
All right, Nora,
Okay.
let's go with
We're
the
gonna
fortune
toss
cookie.
our cookies.
So at the end of the show,
Oh,
There.
that one's perfect. The prongs are facing you,
the
right?
prongs- yep.
When
that's
they
just-
face you, that means that
That one's
that
Jackie's.
fortune's meant for you.
Oh, that one's me. Okay.
Okay.
And let's put at the end. Shears and shaves.
Shears and
Shave-
and shaves.
Shears and shaves.
All
I
right.
never open these.
It's an art to it.
I think so.
All right, here we
ahead.
go.
Go
I don't
ahead.
Go ahead.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You will soon be honored by someone you respect with some services at Shears and Shaves.
Wow. Mine is you will travel and come into a fortune
Ooh.
when I get
Shears-
serviced at Shears and Shaves.
Okay.
A golden egg of opportunity will fall into your lap this month at Shears and Shaves.
Luck will visit you on the next new moon at Shears and Shaves.
Wow.
Okay. You will move into a wonderful new home within the year
Ooh.
when you come to Shears and Shaves.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cute. Yeah.
You did move into a new
Yeah, you
home.
did.
Yes,
It happened
yes,
already.
yes, it's
Yeah.
already happening.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yes, thank you.
joining us today and spending time sharing your
Thank
journey,
you so much.
Yes.
inspiring all of us.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness. You
We
are
appreciate it.
a
Congratulations
wonderful group of women.
too.
Thank you.
Really
Thank
are
you.
an amazing role model.
Yes.
You never give up.
Never.
Never.
Never,
It's
never,
never too
never.
late.
So
Just
that
keep
book,
going.
you just put that book in my heart.
Yeah.
When you said
Yeah.
that.
No,
So
you do.
Yeah.
I have the title now. So
All
we
right.
can-
Ah, yay.
We
Yes,
want
yes.
T-shirts.
I do. Yes, I
yes,
want
yes.
one.
Okay.
All right. And remember, sometimes the only mode of transportation available.
Is a leap of faith. Thanks for taking a leap of faith, and happy hump
Happy
day.
hump day.
Stay warm.
Yes.
Happy Wednesday.
There you go. Bye.
Bye-bye.